So last night was opening night for NBC on NBA opening night, and it was everything. The theme music was great to have Mello, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, the call the game, well not call the game, but to be the commentators right before the game. You got Reggie Miller, Jamal Crawford, and Mike Tirico as the broadcasters for the game, and it was all fire. I did find it funny though that the only person not to wear a suit was Mello. Like Mello really showed up as if he was recording an episode of his podcast, and it was pretty funny. It was Mello. It's also it's a great sign that the first game of the NBA season had more views than the NFL's previous Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs, losing to the Philadelphia Eagles. The first game was literally everything that you'll want as a basketball fan. Stars showed up, Şengün, Thompson showed that they're going to step up to another level this year. Oh man, I'm just so excited that the NBA is back. OKC ring night, SGA looked great as the night went on. OKC were missing Jalen Williams, and I feel like they were missing somebody else. Or maybe it was just Jalen Williams, but they'll get fully healthy. They look like the defending champs. Double overtime was great. Some takeaways from the Houston side, besides the two young stars playing well, I definitely did not like how there were times late in the game where it felt like a lot of the young guys weren't looking to KD when it came to going to get a bucket. I think there are sometimes they got to realize like he can make things a lot easier and he can draw a double, which can get somebody else open. I also feel like that's something that Ime Udoka is going to have to figure out, how to be creative in late game situations to get Şengün, Thompson, and KD all good shots. Oh, and Jabari Smith. Totally forgot about Jabari Smith. The two downsides of Houston last night was Reed Shepherd, and hopefully he'll pick it up as the season goes on because they really need him, and Tari Eason. They did not extend him for his contract, and to be honest with you, after seeing his performance, it's only one game, I can understand why, because he wasn't making shots. Defensively, he was a problem. Wasn't rebounding very well. Like he looked like he was completely overwhelmed. I will also say that for Kevin Durant's case, don't like the simple fact that he ended the night with 23 points. He definitely should have gotten the ball more. He wasn't really, he did not make an impact in either of these overtime sessions at all. The first overtime or the second overtime, he had no impact whatsoever. And if he does have an impact, they probably win this game, because I was one of those people when I was just waiting. I was like, I'm just waiting for Kevin to make his move. And you got to give OKC a lot of credit because their defense is top notch. It is really good. And I think that's something Houston will figure out. Now, as I'm watching the game last night, some of the things from Houston really stuck out to me. Positives. Their size, athleticism, and length is going to be a problem for every team. And it's going to keep them in every single game. There were times in both of those overtime sessions where I was thinking to myself, I was like, see, this is where they need a point guard. But then Houston was able to keep it close because of their rebounding, their defense, and their length. It's going to be very hard to drive these lanes against Houston because they're so long. You got Jabari, you've got KD, you've got Thompson, you got Adams, you got Şengün. Like, they have some really, really big defenders. And I totally forgot last night, Dorian Finney-Smith is on the team. So defensively he's going to bring another level to them. I loved every part about this game. Houston, to me, proved that they can play without a point guard. They just have to tweak some things. That's it. Thompson going out last night, probably with some cramping that he had. If he didn't go out last night, they probably won this game. I'm not going to lie to you, because there was nobody on OKC side that could stop Amen Thompson from going to the basket. He went at will. He was getting whatever shot he wanted. There was one play late, I think it was in regulation, close to the end of the fourth quarter, where he pretty much had the ball the whole shot clock, and he drove, and he kind of threw up a wild shot. And I was like, no, see, that's the moment where you pass it to number 7 on your team. That's when you give it to Kevin to settle things down and let him go to work. Jamal Crawford made a very solid and great point last night. When KD and Şengün were getting the ball, they were getting the ball at the top of the three-point line. Why does that matter? It matters because the amount of work they have to do just to get to their shot or get to their spot. Their spot is not at the three-point line. So I think going forward, if I'm Ime, either Reed Shepherd, Amen Thompson, like they do need another guard just to bring the ball up the floor. Like they need somebody that can just bring the ball up the floor and allow KD and Şengün to get in their spots. I definitely think Şengün, as the game started, he was, I don't want to say he was playing small, but he was playing down to his competition when it comes to the size. But as the night went on, he started to punish the small guys on him. And that is what I wanted to see from him all night. All OKC has to do is get healthy. I still think they're going to be a top team in the West. I still think their team, they are the team to beat, because I think in late game situations, they have a closer in SGA, and he is so good.